Welcome back, you're watching Trendmill. Now we've got news that the rock music scene in India is quietly, if such a thing is possible, making a revival. It's generating healthy revenues and in the past year it's brought out more albums than in the past 5 years. Besides getting a lot of attention at festivals abroad, Prashant Rajkova finds out what's fueling this resurgence.
How many girls get knocked for drinking rock? Society's got a problem.
15 years of rehearsals in a dingy room in a far-flung suburb of Mumbai, living a rock and roll dream which finally came true.
You put everything to it. You cannot leave anything, you have to give everything no matter, because in this profession, if you go to see, there's hardly any money. There's no money at all, and but then it's a passion for music. You're doing it for the love of it.
Rock band Pralay's debut album, Urban Reality, released internationally under the Sonic Wave label and in India under the Crescendo umbrella. Their brand of rock with some heavy-duty Indian influences hit the right notes, with the album selling well over 10,000 copies. The icing on the cake was the Grammy nomination shortlist. Pralay spent 2.5 lakh rupees on producing the album. The music company, in this case Crescendo, only foot the promotion and distribution costs. The band has a royalty deal with Crescendo. Pralay broke even on this album, but it will be some time before the profits that rock make justify larger promotion costs.
For the amount of money that goes into recording albums and then promoting them, it's very, very difficult to recover money. Not only recover money, you end up losing a lot of money, which the music industry as it is having a tough time. And, we can ill afford to experiment or be whimsical about what we do.
But like any other genre of music now, rock cannot expect just album sales to sustain it. It is the 200-plus concerts like the Independence Rock and the multi-city Great Indian Rock Festival that attracted 5,000 people when it steamrolled through Mumbai last weekend, which gets the bands the exposure and the road to more moolah. Read live gigs. On a rough estimate, live concerts in India generate nearly 5 crore rupees annually. With a budget of 16 lakh rupees, organizers of the Great Indian Rock Festival managed to give one winning band the chance to open a concert for the likes of Aerosmith, Blink-182 and Weezer in the United States, and go on to record a music video. Once given the chance to perform, rock bands are convinced the money does come in, but exhibition channels are limited.
The only thing you can do about it is just make more and more happenings like this one, and slowly the new generation will get into it, I think.
Not many people, enjoy rock music. There's a niche, and if you've got that niche, actually, it's very difficult to get that niche itself. Then maybe you get the chance to do an album.
Rock music will always be a fringe music genre, but rock concert organizers contend that a consistent crowd turnout is a given for any concert, which also explains why album sales and concerts put together work out to revenues of 30 crore rupees annually, something that rock bands are now trying to make a noise about.
What this is creating is something very unique. It's actually creating a genre of music in India, which is that of original Indian rock. And this is the one platform that has actually motivated people to create original music and therefore create a market.
Veteran rockers Pentagram, veterans of many a live show, are now playing Godfather to younger bands. Starting on a 6-country tour in March this year, lead vocalist Vishal says that there is money to be made in rock, and he is willing to do his bit to show rock bands the way. Pentagram has launched a record label, Only Much Louder, which will release 10 albums this year.
1, they need to rock live. 2, we need to enjoy their music. The moment we find a band like this, we're going to put its album out, irrespective of whether or not it's a viable commercial proposition.
24 bands released albums in the past 18 months and managed to sell in spite of not having heavy promotion spends or fancy videos. So rock music looks well poised for blast-off, but when the final countdown begins is still anyone's guess, and looks like there is still a long way to go before a rock resurgence can be proclaimed.
The music industry's formula for success last year was cover versions, something bands don't mind at live rock shows, but not in their albums. And music companies say that the only way to cover costs of producing original albums is to switch to Hindi music. With bands having to empty their pockets to finance their records, the rock scene then is far from rocking. Prashant Rajkowa for Trendmill.